Kia ora and welcome to Craft Artosaurus. My name's Paula and today I thought I'm going to give you a tour of my what I call my I'm sorry, I'm laughing at myself, art studio, and I really want to change things up a little bit. So I'm going to get rid of one of my tables, and this is the table that is going to go bye-bye. I've got a proper sketching table that I really love, and well, let's just say it's a little bit messy, shall we just say that? So I'm going to show you around my art studio and just show you how I have things, and then I'm going to pull some things out. I'm going to collapse this table, and I'm going to start using my drawing table. It means that I might need to go shopping. All the excitement for some shelves I'm feeling. Just another set of shelves that I could put where my drawing table is now, because where this main table is, I really like it. So right, well, let's show you what we're dealing with. So I'm going to pick up my camera and things are going to go all cray. Sorry about that. So here we go. Well, it's not too bad, is it? Look, there's Cleo. Hello, Cleo. Hello. Say hello to everyone. Can you say woofity woof woof? No, Cleo's just cute. Okay, so this is the table that I absolutely love. And as you can see, it's just a teeny tiny little bit messy. Behind it, I have all my papers that I use. And actually, I've got a couple of envelopes. I've got some down on the floor. I've got a painting I haven't quite finished. This is an area where I just charge things. It's terrible. Look, violin on the wall, why not? One of my paintings, why not? It's lots of fun. I have all of my sewing things that I use for my tutorials here. Just a quick grab stuff. And then I have containers. So look, there's a container there that I actually have my skirt project. Look, I'm wearing my skirt. My skirt project in. I went to the hospital today. You know, they took blood. They're always taking blood from me. They're always taking blood from me. So let me go to the door. There we go. So there's my art studio. It's not a very big space, as you can see. It goes around the corner, around there, behind the shelves that you can see at the end there. That's the house across the road. Yep, we're really close here in New Zealand. So the curtains are coming down because I'm getting blinds put up. So eek, so excited. I do a lot of eeking in my life. So these are projects or things I've got ready to go. What should this be a thing on? I don't know. Could I be perhaps thinking of coasters? Oh, I've got fabrics on the floor. This is basically my dumping ground over here. So I thought, well, if I get some shelves, I can put them up against this wall here, and it would make more sense to have everything all nicely labelled and stacked. Table where I do all my charging. In here is a shelf container which is as old as the hills, but it's now got sun damage, so I need to buy new ones of these, or just recover. Actually, it'd be quicker to recover, wouldn't it? Yeah. My drying rack for when I do any printing, I just throw everything over there. At the moment, it's got something else that has been finished that I'm drying. I've taken off all the Solvay stuff off there. This is my bookcase, and it's a bit messy. I'm just moving my computer chair, so excuse me as I go around the computer chair. Oh my goodness me. Right, here's my bookcase. I've got acrylic pens on there, I've got some water pencils, I've got coloured pencils, I've got a container full of stuff, and this is my shelf. There's my plein air painting kit. Lots of things just put in, lots and lots of different pads that I like to use for when I paint and I do things. And down the bottom I have my big pads, and over here are some books that I really like. So yep, I need to just organize this a little bit as well. Back here, over in this corner, in the envelopes, I've got years and years of paintings that I don't like. There's my rubbish bin. yep, years and years and years of paintings I don't like. So they're all kind of labelled and they're in their little envelopes. I would say I would move them, but they always end up there, so I don't know, I seem to like them there. So yeah, this is my main table, and the dog, look, there's Cleo, she's shooting over. Look, she's going over to a dog bed, which I made years and years ago. It's stained now. Oh, I don't know, it's broken on one side, I need to fix it. But there's my main table that I usually use for all of my filming. So my phone sits on here, and there's my mat. So there you go, gives you a view. And a very old chair that my daughter had for computer studies, and the arms are all scratched because we had a cat that used to sit on the arms and she'd hold on to it. And the funniest thing is the back here. So these are all claw marks from a kitty cat that we had, and I quite like it. So yeah, I'll be keeping the chair. I'll be bringing this table down so it's smaller, and I'm not going to tilt it, but I will have the sides out, and that will sit over here because I like the sun here. So yeah, it's just how I do things. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to make anyone dizzy. So you've seen my bookcase. Right, this is a shelf that is just around the corner, and I have all of my painting things, and look, I've thrown things on top. This is how disorganized I'm getting at the moment. So I really need to reorganize myself. This is jelly printing, so it goes down into my jelly printing bag. Up top I have canvases, and these are the watercolors. Up top, can I get to them? These are the watercolors here that I mainly use for my watercoloring, and this has some special pencils in it, the very pink one. So things just sit up top here and I leave them. This has got exotic paints in it that I don't know where or when it came from, and it's just, I have paint containers in here. Okay, the shelf that I use the most is most probably this shelf. So I've got all my palettes all nicely organized, and a few more palettes here because you can never have too many palettes. This is one of my homemade palettes, and that's lots of fun. This is my second painting kit I got when I went back into watercolors. So this is my very first one here, and I've never got rid of it, and I never will because I love it to pieces. This is what got me interested in watercoloring, and when I went back to painting. So I love that to pieces. All my Derwent stuff. From there we've got more watercolors. We've got all my gouache. So gosh, I've got the color set here from Holbein, a little paint palette with gouache in it, and then jelly paints here, and this has got tubes of gouache in it. Over here, because I need water paints because I am a watercolorist. Oh gosh, this is so bad. I didn't realize I had so much paint. I'm so sorry. Oh well, look, there's my Shire set. Woohoo, love me Shire set. This has got Gansai Tambi paints inside it, and it's really cool. So if I lift up one of these lids, you can see inside, and they're all nicely done. I love this container to death, and this is 3D printed. Some more Gansai Tambi because you can never have enough. These are my very fancy water felts, which I hardly ever use, so oh, confession. Gosh, I haven't seen this one for a while. Look, you can tell how often I come back here. What's in this one? I'm going to have to open it to find out. Oh, right. Okay, this is just a watercolor palette with lots of, oh dear, just a set of watercolors that I actually don't use. My daughter used this. This was what she used when she was at school, and we brought it for her because it's what the school wanted, and it's a set of paint that I actually don't like. I don't know why they're forcing the kids to use this paint. I'm not going to say the name. It's a really well-known brand watercolor paint, and I loathe it. It doesn't flow well. The colors are terrible. This is a professional set, and I just wish to say the light fast settings are all a big fat lie on it. Very unimpressed, but I've got it, and it's a reminder of my daughter, and so I love it for that thing alone. What have I used it for? I think I've done a couple of practice paints with it, and truly I loathe it. This one down here, my big palette, that's actually my studio palette that I use when I do big things. So it sits there, and it's happy to be there, and I love it to pieces. Yeah, love. So all of my watercolors are on this shelf here. Not too bad. Oh look, they're handmade. These are handmade watercolors. Oh, that's so cool. Right, down here, my next shelf. This is easy peasy. All of my brushes, my brushes that you put the water in, you know, and away you go. Some containers for when I do painting, old water brushes, some more water brushes in here, Lady Grey container. They have watercolor felts in that I got from Schooler Box, so that's fine. A few more brushes because, you know, I'm an artist and I never have enough brushes. This is something my daughter got years ago, and it was from Ohuhu, and I love it. Absolutely love it. In fact, I use this before I use my professional watercolor felts, so I don't know, it's just fun. They're fun, they're funky. I don't think I've ever done anything on my channel with them, so I must get on to doing that. Okay, I've got some more watercolor brushes, some more brushes, a few other bits and pieces. Oh, the glue, I now know where it is. These are coloured pencils that I don't use, that I still have it in a container. I like them because they're neon, and my daughter had them, so ergo I'm going to keep them. And of course, some really cool little dotting things that you can do with acrylic, and you can see how often I've used those. Hardly ever. Right, now we come to my pencils. I used to have a few more containers of pencils, but I've given them away because I don't use them. So yeah, it's just how it is. I love my Prismacolor. It's a full set, everything's in there, and I'm in the pink container up above, which you saw earlier on. I have some doubles that I use quite a bit of. These are my Derwent ones. I don't have a lot of Derwent. I got these in town locally, and I do love them, but they're just too expensive. And also, look, I'm not going to go out and spend $300 on pencils when I'm not going to make any money with them, and on top of that, I'm not going to use them enough. Yeah, it's just how it is. It's how it is. So yeah, I'm frugal. I'll use these. I'm quite happy to use these. These are my Black Widow, and they come from Australia, and they were my first kind of semi-professional pencils that I got. I've got the Monarch set and the Dragon set, and up above I have, in the pink container again, I have the original Black Widow pencils, and they are awesome. I love Black Widows. They're so pretty. Look at them. So pretty, aren't they pretty? And they're really soft. They're fantastic to use. However, and this is a big however, if they get wet, they're going to move, and also I can't use them on professional drawings, but I still use them because when I do pencil drawings at the moment, I'm just doing it for myself. I've got Brunt Funa macarons. These are all pastel colors. Awesome. Now I've also got Brunt Funa square pencils, so I'm just giving you a look at those, the full set, and they are delicious, absolutely delicious. I love using them. Again, they're not something I can use for professional art, but I still have them because I love them. I just love them. So that's this shelf all done. Now we come to the messy, we're getting to the messy shelves now. There's no two ways around it. I'm just going to kneel down. I might never get up again. I could be here forever, so just bear with me. Oh dear. Okay. Well, I'll fix that up. Don't you panic. Come over. Okay. So I have my paint palettes and other bits and pieces down here. So nothing exotic. These are clips you can use for when you have a messy one. I don't use the square one very often. I use the big long one all the time. Teardrop I never clean. I use this quite a bit. And the square one I've been using a little bit, but it's only got a little bit of white gouache on it. So it's not too bad. When I do acrylic work, like I'm going to be outside, I use this quite a bit. I also use that for when I have my what do you call it, my clicky pens. They're not Posca. Yeah, they are Posca pens. I will put them on this. Watercolor pencils I haven't really used. I don't know, an empty container. A project I've forgotten about, so I must have a look at that. So there we go. And some bits and pieces over in the corner. And then we come down to the very bottom, which is a bit messy. My own fault. I'm just going to put my phone up and I'm back. These are all my alcohol pens. I hardly use them anymore, ergo they're down here on the bottom. Yeah, a bit shocking, I know. This is what I take to printing. Yep. And I have a bag over here which I also take to printing, so I just had to move that. So I'm going to press pause again and put everything away. Okay, so I've fixed up the dog bed. It looks a lot better, and I have already cleaned up some of my shelf so that it's not quite as messy. Yeah, it's big, I know, but that's all I need. It's ruthlessly cut down, apart from the fact that I have a lot of acrylic stuff over here. This is some watercolor pencils here, watercolor pencils here, bits and bobs in there, goodness knows what. I've got this because I was doing some pastels, and it holds it, so you can set your pastels with hairspray. Haven't done any pastel work in a while though. And look, a project I need to get onto, watercolor inks, and there we go. So yep, so I'm going to put this together, and Annie Claxton has asked to see our space, so after I'm finished tidying the space, it'll be a cool video for you all to watch. Yep, I need to get on and do a bit of cleaning and collapse this table and sort out what I'm going to keep and what I'm going to throw out. There are some things I'm just going to keep, like the cat has a special memory for me. The bunny has a special memory for me. I don't need to keep those inkwells anymore on my desk. Yeah, and I've got things here that I just need to clear up. The mutty picture comes from a very special lady in my art group who made this picture for me. So this will be staying somewhere here in my room because it has a special memory, and it's just nice to keep things from other people. Underneath I've got a bag which I don't want to show too much of because that'll be on Thursday. My little I'll move my chair again. I love my chair. I'm keeping my chair, I'm telling you, I'm keeping my daughter's chair. And this here has got lots of lace and stuff in it. So yeah, and there's a bag over there. I don't know what I've got in there, so I need to go through that. Behind the doors, I have some frames. So I need to do my other cupboards to sort those out. So, but I thought today I'm just going to do this room and make it look pretty. Look, I've got art bags everywhere for when I travel. That there is just full of sewing stuff. So I need to go through and sort everything. That's what I started my YouTube channel with, but it's not the best, and it was a bit difficult to use, and I love my new one, so that'll definitely be going bye-bye. And my papers, I need to go through all my papers and sort them, and I also need to know how old some of them are now. They're boxes and boxes, boxes of paper behind that table, and I also need to bring the table down. It's not on an angle, but I need to sort out what's underneath. You see underneath there, and in these little shelf things here, I need to sort all that out. So yeah, I'm going to pull everything out. I'm going to give everything a jolly good clean. I'll keep my inks underneath because I love having my inks under there, and also some acrylic stuff over here. So I think I'll keep all that underneath because it's just fun to have it there. So I'll see you in a bit. I don't know how exhausted I will be or what day this will be coming out. Because quite frankly, it's a dumping ground, people. It's just a dumping ground. I haven't been able to use this desk in ages, and this is my favorite desk, and I love it to pieces. And because I decided I need to put everything somewhere for when I've got a YouTube channel, everything's been going here. So yep, really I want some shelves over here which will sort everything out, and once I get that all sorted I'll be happy. So yeah, wait and see. I don't know how long this is going to take. So I think it's the 1st of July. Eek! I'm just moving in my chair, my very comfortable chair that I'm keeping. I'm getting rid of that stool. That's going to be the most uncomfortable stool in the world. I'll tell you now. Tell you what, when you're doing something and the desk is on an angle, that stool's just right. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I think I'm just going to have to stay in this. I do love to pieces this chair. That's the problem. I'm just going to have to keep this chair, and things will just have to change. Yep, I'll see you all soon. All right, bye now. Okay, so I've got one table out, and there's the other. This is where this table's going to be. I would move back, but there's rubbish everywhere. Look, oh my goodness. You can see the painting now that I'm still kind of debating over whether or not I like it. It's okay. Kind of, maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not an acrylic artist. I kind of like it, and a part of me kind of doesn't like it. So still in the phase of I don't know if I like that. But I've moved the desk over to here. I put my 2 other containers over here, and they actually sit there rather nicely, so I'm quite keen to have those there. Yeah, I've got windows to wash, sills to clean, all sorts of cool things happening. Unfortunately, I did not think about this. I moved the desk and I thought, oh, that's too high for my chair. And I unscrewed the sides where it comes down, and the desk went whomp. And now I can't lift it up, so I'm going to have to wait for my husband to get home. So we can both pull on it and lift it up to the right height. And then I'm going to leave the desk there, I feel. And that gives me... See, look, you can see my boxes now of paper. Gosh, there's quite a bit of it, isn't there, that I need to go through. Yeah, everyone should have a peacock feather in their art studio. I don't know why. I think it's cool. So I just need to sort out this corner, which isn't too bad, really. There's not a lot there. There's not as much as what it looks like. Okay, it's a bit of a tip. All of this, this is all of the work I had in this corner, which I said I would not move, but I have moved. Oh, I need to fix up my bookcase again. And the only thing that looks good is the dog bed. And please note, Cleo's at the door. Hello, Cleo. And she isn't doing any help. She's not coming in here. She knows Mum is cleaning, and when Mum is cleaning, she stays out. Or she's going to come in. Are you going to come in, Cleo? You going to come in? No, she isn't. So I'll see you shortly, and I'll give you another update. This has been fun. I've really enjoyed myself here. Doesn't sound like it. And the plaster's come off from my blood test this morning when they took 7 vials of blood. Oh, I don't know. It's a bit owy, but that's okay. Oh, I don't really want to get into this. I could talk to you forever. Let me tell you a story. Sit on down, get comfortable, people. No, I'll get in and I'll do some more cleaning. I just have to wait now for my husband to come home. I think it's cup of tea time. Cup of tea time. Yep, cup of tea. Cleo, cup of tea time? Cup of tea? Want a cup of tea? She looks excited. I think it is cup of tea time. Okay, I'll see you all shortly. Woohoo! Hubby had these just outside and they weren't being used, so I brought them in, and that's going to be my shelving where I can put all of my cool little projects and everything. I can see a bit of a, look, it's dirty. That's okay. I'm going to give them a nice clean, and then I'm going to start stacking things, and bonus, I can still stack behind for all my papers that I have. So I'll get back to you once everything's nice and clean and sorted. Well, I've done quite a bit today. I'm feeling rather positive about things. I'm not quite sure. I thought maybe I could put my charging all under my desk, but I'm not sure I can do that. Maybe if I got a smaller shelf I could put it there, and I do like the thought of having it there. There is a point there which would make, well, that would make sense, wouldn't it? Love my desk. It's at the right height now. Very happy. Need to sort out my charging stuff. Need to sort out underneath the desk, on top of the desk, over on the bookcase, on the floor. Not too much though. And I am liking these over here with the new shelves. Yeah, I've got old work at the very bottom. I've got on the second shelf, I'm not so sure about. It's bits of backing board that I use sometimes for watercolors. I used to use it all the time, but now of course I don't use that sort of watercolor anymore. But having said that, I've gone through my watercolor paper at the back here. Hello Cleo. See all of my watercolor paper, and I've got some that I would like to back onto boards, so I might be going back to that. Ergo, I don't know where to put the backing boards. Second shelf, bit of a mess. Yep, and top shelf, very messy. Found a place for my painting. Oh, maybe I do like it. I'm still not sure. It needs finishing. Must get onto it. So that's where I'm going to end this video today. So I'll go to the door, and yeah, you can kind of see the difference, hopefully, before and after shots. There we go. It does make the room look a lot bigger. Ergo, I have got rid of a table in there, and by just having these shelving units, I think that makes more sense. And now, of course, as long as I remember to keep my drawing table as a drawing table, because it lifts up and it clicks into place and it does all sorts of cool things. And there's something here that clicks up so your paper doesn't move, and it's really, really neat. So I do want to keep this. So I'm just thinking about that table under there not being the charging table anymore, and maybe getting a little cubey thing that goes there that I can start charging on, so I can charge things but they'll be out of all the way, because I do like having all the space behind me. I kind of like that, and I can get into my shelving unit here a lot easier. So I'll see you tomorrow or the next day when I'm completed. So yeah, hope you're enjoying this. A trip through Paula's life of cleanup. All right, see you all shortly. Okay, so the room is finished and I'm absolutely thrilled with it. Yep, got to keep my chair. Woohoo! Love my chair. Yeah, my painting's definitely staying there. I actually like it when I'm in my chair, and I can also paint it there. I've got projects on this shelf down here, upcoming projects, and in the corner are all my wooden houses I need to build. So down below is a lot of material and other projects and that, and at the end here is just a few bits and bobs. Underneath I have placed all of my old artwork, and I've also, on the very top there, that's a new folder that I've just created for all the printing work that I'm starting to now curate and do. So yeah, thrilled with that. My desk is cool. It's lovely and light and bright, and I love it. So yep, I can swing around in my chair. Look, I'm sorry, I'm swinging. I don't know if I'm making you dizzy. Over here I put all my charging stuff. I am going to get a little wooden block or something to put under my table here where I will place my charging. I think I'm still not sure. I still love my 2 shelves over here. I've cleaned up a little bit, excuse me, my bookcase, so things are all sorted. I've got my plein air painting kit, still have all of my folders, my books, my sketch pads. Gosh, that's a palette up there that I've created, and now I just need to take it to the art gallery and we will be glazing it, and I can start using it. Everything on top is still as it was. Nothing's changed there. Dog bed, happy. Cleo and also our cat Cinder, they come in here, so it's important I have somewhere for them where they feel safe. I'm thinking I might make another one. I'm not that happy with how this is looking anymore, so yep. Down below at the very bottom, I've still got all my other bits and pieces. The only thing is I've now moved my water crowns over here, and my pastels, and everything else is exactly the same as showing you earlier on. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this tour of what I'm doing within my art room, and you got a glimpse of kind of how I do things. So yes, so I'm going to say goodbye and wish you all a very happy Saturday. Here I am at my desk relaxing on my chair, which I love to pieces. And I'll see you tomorrow. Can you please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and yeah, if you can see something I can improve on, or you've got a better idea of stacking, I'm all for that. Yep, I'm not bothered. Any and all help greatly appreciated. I just know this is what works for me as an art room. So yeah, that's all that concerned me, was that I could use this space and still do art. And I'm fairly certain this desk is going to be absolutely wonderful here. So yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow. All right, bye everyone. Bye.